read you poems from my series that I've been working on since I was in the womb. And I think that's how long it's been. And they all have titles appropriated from the worst case scenario survival handbook. That's what holds them together. They're very instructional. This is how to fend off a shark. Wet fists in your eyes, the thump of undrumming, a figure in your peripheral vision. Here is the rind of night, facing off on a rock of ice, nightgown whipping, ragged around your thighs. Because silence is an expression of fear. Unwave that flag, unsmoke that cigarette, unfuck that friend. These desperate little fistfuls of defiance. This jazz song does not belong to you. Warm, the sensation of sleep. Threadbare, the quality of wishing. Because police are at the door again. This wrecking ball in your bedroom. This fresh fountain of silver in your hair. Blue, the function of smoke. Rumpled, the flavor of resistance. There are things that vanish unexpectedly. The stone talisman you carried for luck. Photographs burned in a fire. Bewildered, the pillow of regret. Because our experiences overlap. Bodies at rest. Hoarding dreams like stolen rainwater. Alright, this is how to perform a tracheotomy. The first thing you need to know is that the tracheotomy is an act of desperation and/or violence that should only be committed when there is no other option. Some circumstances when it might be necessary to perform a tracheotomy. The victim is choking on a thin mint and is unresponsive to the Heimlich maneuver. That's what my stepmother used to call it, the Heimlich maneuver. The victim is your lover and he/she has disappointed you by eating the last Girl Scout cookie. The victim wrote bitch on the side of your car with a Sharpie. The victim has an irritating high-pitched voice or a British accent. The victim is a stranger that fell in front of a bus wearing shoes you could never afford. What you will need: a razor blade, knife, scissors, or hammer. A straw, a pen, or a stale red vine. There will not be time for sterilization of your tools, so do not bother. Infection is the least of your worries at this point. How to proceed? 1. Kneel over the victim and whisper, "Do you know what you've done to deserve this?" 2. Move your finger about 1 inch down the neck until you feel a bulge. 3. Seize the tool of your choosing and grasp it with both hands high above your head. Aim for the bulge and be brave. 5. Insert the breathing straw into the bloody hole. 6. If you have done the procedure correctly, you should be able to remove the victim's shoes. 7. Run away. Okay. This is how to smoke a cigar. Rough the edges, steamy as gravel, your voice smoke blue, graphite soft, a rain-slicked city. Focus your mouth, the lips are key. Unhinge your wicked daydreams. Let your teeth graze and your breath breathe. Head back, adjust your hat, your heat a small fever beating like a sun. Stained fingers taste tobacco and earth, tiny lessons of adulthood. Your journey maps the body, unfurling its ghosts, shadow ballerinas twirling for no one. Okay, this one is for Matthew and Scott, who when I was trying to figure out what to read tonight, they're like, read the bird poem. This is how to detangle a bird knot in your hair. First, you have to have hair. The strength toward baldness negates the problem. Once you have grown a luscious mane, gather images on your lion tongue. Ripe peaches, sizzle of bacon, crisp campfire scent of an almost winter night. Handful of rain, or feathers, or marbles, the details of sunset, sand, and fast cars. Weave your materials carefully. Remember that birds like shiny things. The colors and flavors you choose may affect the type of bird you can lure into your hair nest. It helps to know what you're looking for. The hummingbird is popular due to its size and general friendliness. The swan is elegant but angry. Loons and pelicans are obviously to be avoided. With patience, you will eventually find a bird snarled in your hair. It may not be the bird you initially had in mind, but give it some time. This one may surprise you. Protect your eyes and face as you attempt to pet the iridescent feathers of your albatross or owl. Avoid wearing a hat. In the event that you tire of this entanglement, the following options are available to you. 1. Tenderly cut the bird away, like a piece of gum from a child's hair. 2. Start a small fire on the back of your head and begin to run. All right, and this one is how to control a runaway camel. Name your camel Alexander the Great, Charlie, Honey Baby, or Cherry Apple Vendover Surprise. Ownership begins with a name. Wrap your legs around the beast and dig your fingers into the brittle earth of its mane, coarse as a tongue. Learn how to say yes and no. Pay attention to the motion of seed in your hands, dry, folding, and folded as a paper bird. Say to yourself, practice makes permanent. Your camel reeks of damp, socks and urine, leftover laundry, after you fall out of love. Never tell Charlie where you are going. Remember, the ride is a game. You must chase the one who runs. Run from those who chase. Woo! How are you guys doing? I'm not sure what my time looks like. I have a couple short ones left for you. This is how to escape when tied up. It's an important lesson. I mean, if you want to escape. No one can know your unpronounceable name. Raw skin and chapped hands measure the power of invisibility. This is your country now. Tapestry of lost ambitions, pale as dust on the surface of someone else's bed. Turn your eyes upward to let shadows crawl across ceiling cracks, the soft accents of bondage. There's something about the texture of this burlap landscape. Its loose weave lets in rain and the rough hands of men. All right, just one more. This is how to climb out of a well. If the jug breaks, it brings misfortune. You are the distant pebble, echoing. Ignore the ripe, wet pain. Twist a snarl, spring up like light, lubricating. Remember the electricity of boys, muscular and savage, this itch of bones, a distant circle of white, the sky, another lifetime. He who throws himself away is no longer sought by others. Go ahead. Drink the poison. You are ancient here.